The problem of tokenizing financial assets will cost billions of dollars to resolve. The blockchains that can tackle this problem at a large scale will emerge victorious. And those who invest in those blockchains will have the best chance in human history to get wealthy. Today, I want to go over some information on what's preventing tokenization, what has to be done, either a quick flick of the switch or something else entirely, how much value has been tokenized onto blockchains thus far, and how much more remains to be done. This movie contains all the information you require. To truly grasp the scope of the issue we must address and its implications for us, let's first set everything up. The idea is that all valuable things in the world, including stocks, bonds, money, commodities, artwork, fine wine, collectible cars, real estate, private companies, and everything else will someday be tokens. Everything of value will be a token on a blockchain, not a coin or an item, as a result of this adoption and progress of technology. It is not a revolution. On a public ledger, it is actually a line item. Every valuable transaction will take place in digital assets, and everything of value will be that. The bits of paper are not necessary for you. Eliminate DTCC, which handles $1.8 quadrillion annually. That's a big figure. Everything will go digital, and it will generate enormous riches when it does. The best chance to build wealth that I will ever see in my lifetime. All we need to do is be ready and choose the appropriate blockchains to witness the greatest wealth creation that he and I will witness in our lifetimes. At that time, we should hope and pray that everything turns out as we had hoped. This is clear bank as well. An estimated $2.2 quadrillion worth of stocks, bonds, real estate, and derivatives will be tokenized, according to a prospective riffle partner who banks with Coinbase, Kraken FX, and CRYPTO.com. Tokenized and digitally Zed. Thus, we would disagree with Gartners. We believe that rather than a period of disillusionment, we are at an inflection point. What are your plans for the following 30 to 16 days? All right. Jack McDonald from Ripple is here. He is the SVP of RLUSD and stablecoins. I simply want to make sure you understand that this would have been ideal if they had sat in the appropriate chairs. He would have been present. The moderator, this guy, would have been present, but Emma and this guy are here instead. However, they traded seats. I was a little perplexed. I observed this. Was saying, wait, I just wanted to tell you. 90 days to formulate a strategy. We believe that you should establish a plan for your new course throughout the next 30, 60, or 90 days. Much work needs to be done to lock up banking partners, other industry service providers, and important players. You truly can't do it by yourself. We also make an effort to stay in our lane. It goes without saying that we will apply for permission to launch a stable coin. That is what we are supposed to do. Ethereum as well as the XRP ledger. I'm ecstatic about that. It is essential to lock up financial partners. Listen, if you are a bank and you are attempting to collaborate with a blockchain company, regardless of your opinions about Ripple and their current performance, they are among the top teams that banks and other organizations wish to collaborate with because they come from the same professional background as all of these other individuals. Correct. They're more than just a bunch of guys hanging out in a house building meme coin, you know? These are serious individuals attending important meetings with global banks and central institutions. We thus take them very seriously. Naturally, Chainlink will then also play a role in this. Additionally, the CEO of Chainlink states that the company is working to find a solution to an issue worth several quadrillions of dollars. It will tokenize its quadrillions. 4 billion, 4 billion. Yes, exactly. That is what I am referring to. Is what people must comprehend. I'm not referring to an additional trillion. I am referring to quadrillions. Okay. Therefore, I believe we are aware of the issue we are attempting to resolve. What on earth could we be discussing in terms of money? Several quadrillions. Before we discuss how much value has been tokenized thus far, I want Larry to consider this and summarize it in 23 seconds. What are the main obstacles preventing a huge bang or flip of the switch moment? I have all the information you require. Regarding Bitcoin specifically, as I've stated previously, we support product digitization. As you are aware, ETFs revolutionized the mutual fund market and are currently dominating it. And we do think that Bitcoin has the potential to completely transform the financial industry if we can further tokenize assets and securities. But they won't do this with Bitcoin, will they? It'd be too slow and too expensive. Besides, why would you? There are also other fantastic inventions, like as the XRP ledger and HBAR. A lot of this may also be accomplished with Chainlink. You mean Ondo? For what reason would you utilize Bitcoin? Simply put, you won't. Okay, so let's examine how much value has already been tokenized and how much more is left to be added. Additionally, we will discuss the extent to which value will be tokenized by say 5 or 10 years from now? What projections are under consideration? Additionally, what is preventing this from occurring much more quickly or at the touch of a switch? I will explain everything to you. So let's start with this. To date, what is the amount of value that has been tokenized? In June 2025, the answer to that question is around $24 billion. What value has been tokenized already, Sensi? I understand you. Less than 0.01% of tokenized real estate has been completed thus far, with between 13 to 20 billion of the 300 trillion already completed. Therefore, we haven't even reached 1% or 0.5%. Bonds and bonds issued by government corporations, $2 billion of the $130 trillion worldwide. We've completed 0.001% of that. If you need financial counsel, please get it. Now, let's return to the video.